Welcome to the Best by the Worst. The best movies of all time, reviewed by the worst possible critics. If you don't believe us, keep listening to find out. They've done it again.
Hey, babe. Hey, boy. That's
babe.
What to say? Hey, babe. Welcome back, Barrett, to our podcast.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah.
Oh, I've taken Josh's advice and I made the beer really cold and now it's coming out like syrup. It may be a tad too cold. We are drinking another freestyle beer.
Yeah.
Very excited about this. You bought these ones. What's it called?
Oh, smells good. This is the Red Rum Red IPA. So it's themed after The Shining. So it's got Jack Nicholson popping out of the door that he axes through.
Yeah.
You haven't seen The Shining, have you?
No.
Okay, well, have to add that to the list. Anyway, but yeah, it's a red. I do love a good red.
Oh, it smells great.
Ingredients: water, grain, yeast, and mosaic. I love mosaic. And 6.7%.
Right.
All right.
Cheers, boy.
Cheers, boy.
Or babe. Oh, that is fantastic.
Delicious.
Yeah.
That is delicious.
And it is cold.
Yeah. All right. Josh is on to something there.
Yeah.
All right.
Put the beer in the freezer the last 40 minutes of the movie. Oh. All right.
Oh, that is such a nice beer. Just like a caramel biscuity bomb.
Perfectly described.
Oh, God damn. I can't wait to rate this bad boy.
Alex, I have news.
What's that, boy?
Well, I know you're not so bothered with data or numbers or any of that stuff, but do you know what episode this is?
Which one?
Today's.
Yeah. What is it?
Episode 30.
30.
We have done 30 episodes.
Oh, my goodness.
We are now legally allowed to build a studio.
Oh, yeah. And please tell everyone how that came to be. First of all, I also didn't think we would get to 30 episodes. Everyone else thought that we would just do a couple episodes and fizzle out. Well, here we are.
Yeah, we've shown them.
And what did Brooke, your wife, tell you could happen if we did 30 episodes?
So I was about episode 4.
Yep.
A big ADHD vibes.
Already double the amount of episodes we thought we'd actually accomplish.
Yeah. So about episode 4, I was like, we're building a studio. And my wife was like, nah, I want to see you're actually going to commit to this. So you need to do 30 episodes and then you can build a studio.
Yeah, because we had already spent money on the equipment and everything, right? So she was already salty about that because she thought we wouldn't get anywhere.
Yeah.
And then we obviously bought all the gear, did 4 episodes, and then we were talking about setting up a studio and getting these Chesterfield chairs, all things we still want to do. And then she realized I got to put a stop to this, and then set us that KPI.
Yeah.
And
so this is the last episode.
Yeah. We're also going to use my spare room, which isn't spare anymore. So sorry about
My
that.
spare room is full of junk.
Yeah. So we're back to the drawing board there.
If you have a studio,
Yeah, maybe we can hire out a section of Fazio's workshop if there's a spare corner.
we could just use the sponsorship money he owes us.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's compounding, right? Compounding with interest.
100%. Sorry, Faz. Oh, what did we watch this week, boy?
We watched the 1957 Best Picture, The Bridge on the River Kwai. It was a good movie.
It was a good movie, and this is a great beer. Sorry.
Really enjoying this beer.
I really love a good red IPA. But look, yeah, we'll get to that, of course. But good movie. 2 hours and 40 minutes. It was a long one.
Yes.
But even though it did still feel like a long movie, it was a good movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've realised I didn't research enough. I've got one fact here I don't know.
Yeah.
Anyways, movie had a budget of $2.8 million, which is $32 million today.
Yep.
Everyone is not dead. A guy named Jeffrey Horn is 92 years old.
There you go.
And he was one of the main characters. I just don't know which one.
Yeah, there's a fair few characters in this, so I did get a little lost.
Yep.
But yeah, and also, it sounds like a pretty big budget for that time, and it is, but you can at least see where the budget went, and we'll get to that too.
Yeah.
But, it seemed like a big production. It was like one of those big sort of war movies, but it wasn't a war movie, I guess, that I thought it might have been, where it was going to be a lot of battles and things like that.
Yeah.
Maybe depicting, the Japanese theater of the World War and stuff, because it is obviously based in Japan, World War II, on one of the islands controlled by Japan.
Yeah, one of the islands controlled by Japan.
Yeah, and I think it was supposed to be Burma, or I don't know. Anyway, on its way to Burma. Anyway, so it was that World War II setting, but it actually wasn't. It was more just to do with a POW camp that was housing a bunch of British and American soldiers who were then forced into labour to build this railway network to support the Japanese front in Burma. I did read that part.
Yeah.
So it wasn't like all these big battles or anything like that. No, it was more just focusing on the characters that were prisoners in this situation, and they all obviously had to build a bridge.
Yeah, I've got the plot here is the Japanese can't build a bridge, so the British do it for them.
Yeah, and as all British people are, they were very, very smug about it.
The runner-up movies, 12 Angry Men.
Oh, I heard about that one. That
Sounds like a porno.
good. Yeah.
All of these old movies. The next one is Pain Place.
Again, could be a porno.
Yep. Sayonara.
Yeah, could be a porno. Spanish one.
And Witness for the Prosecution.
Also could be a porno.
I'm loving this game.
Oh, fair enough. Facts for 1957. Okay. Cat in the Hat is published, that Dr. Seuss book.
Hey!
Yeah, I thought Cat in the Hat. I kind of like that, the movie that they did with Mike Myers when he was the cat?
Nope.
Okay. Sometimes I wonder why you're doing a movie podcast. I really do. Anyway, South Africa approves race separation in universities. Yeah, things are getting a bit spicy.
Right.
Yep. Thought I'd mention that because also there was a lot of facts this year. Seemed like the civil rights movement in the US was kind of happening. So a lot of things were going on in that space too. I didn't really jot them down, but that was the general theme.
Okay.
This one's like cool, but also sad.
Not a triple avalanche.
So the Soviet launches the Sputnik 2 with the space dog, Laika.
Oh.
Yeah, or Laika, I don't know how it's pronounced.
Space dog never came back.
Was never intended to come back.
Oh.
Yeah, and there was this little photo of her too. She's this cute little doggo, and she can barely move because it's a small little shuttle thing, and she was smiling just before they closed the door. Yeah, so it's the first animal into space, and she did not come back.
Right. Not very good at fetch, that dog.
Oh, I got to show you this photo. The little doggo looked so happy.
I've got to make jokes about it, otherwise I'll be too sad.
Yeah.
I also need to clean the moisture off my table.
Oh dear, you don't want that. Oh, I got to do this.
That is the curse of having really cold beers.
Yes. So OzFact as well. I thought this was kind of cool. So the UK started conducting nuclear tests in Murraling in South Australia.
Who did?
The UK.
Sorry, I was distracted by my wife laughing extremely loudly.
Yes, I tried to just overcome it, but it was a bit hard. It was a very loud laugh.
So the
AI will filter that out, right?
No, probably not. In fact, I'll probably chop a section so it's just enhanced audio, so her laugh is...
Yeah, but it's crazy. So I didn't know this, but yeah, the UK had conducted several nuclear tests, like dropping a few bombs and stuff, exploding some bombs in South Australia.
Right.
Yeah, it was started here, and I think it went all the way to 1964.
Right.
Yeah, didn't know that.
No, I did not know that either.
Now you do.
I wouldn't have thought any bombs went off. Nuclear bombs in Australia.
Yeah, it was like testing. But yeah, they did. Yeah. And that was my 1957 facts.
Right.
Yeah.
Should we start on the movie?
Take us away, boy.
All right. So, point -1. It's based on a book of the same name, and it is entirely a fictional story.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh. I thought it was a true story.
Yeah, I sort of misled you a little bit because I already had the fact.
Like I said, not real.
Not real.
Wow.
It's based loosely on the railway that was built by the prisoner of war.
And I do have some info on that.
Yep.
So that railway was built to support the Japanese army in Burma. That was like their
Yeah.
main front, I guess, at the time. And so during construction, 13,000 POWs died.
Yep. Right.
And they're buried all along the railway. So they basically just dropped, they buried them, and they just kept going.
Yep.
It is also estimated that 80,000 to 100,000 civilians also died building it.
Right.
Yeah, wild.
That is crazy.
Yeah.
Is the railway still going?
Don't know. Should have checked that, but didn't. But it's also another point for the film that I read. Probably makes less sense, more sense now that you told me it was not real. But anyway, clearly with those numbers, horrible conditions.
Yes.
When we watched the movie, not spoiling too much, but as much as they were obviously in, not good conditions, it didn't honestly seem as bad when you take into perspective that 120,000 people died building it.
Yeah, yeah.
So they're saying that, look, the conditions were far worse than what were depicted in the film.
Right.
That sounds about right.
It does, yes.
Yeah. Also, I thought it was interesting. So the screenwriters, I don't know if you read this, they were actually blacklisted from Hollywood. There were two of these guys.
Yeah, it's one of my facts.
Yeah. Did you find out why they were blacklisted?
They're on the Hollywood blacklist.
Yeah, but why?
Well, they were,
Because of like communism connections and stuff? Yeah, I thought so. And so they ended up going into hiding in the UK and
Yes.
finished the over there. And then they made it, and when the movie blew up, they obviously had a patsy down who was the screenwriter, but didn't actually do the screenwriting, and he won an Academy Award.
Yeah.
And then, so after...
his name was Perry.
Yeah, so after everyone had died in 1984, they thought to fix this because clearly they gave the Oscar to the wrong person. And so they gave the Oscar to those two screenwriters, but they're already dead.
Ah,
Yeah.
Did you know the person that got credited with creating the movie doesn't speak English?
Yeah, I saw that.
Like, surely you know
So
that
good.
something's up. Yeah.
Also, so because there's a couple main characters, it was hard to keep track, but some stood out. So William Holden was kind of the male major actor. His name was Shears, like the Colonel shit, not Colonel Shears, it's like Private Shears or something. Anyway,
Yeah.
and then there was. I'll talk about him first. So he's one of the main guys. He must have been a big actor at the time. His deal for this movie, he was actually given 10% of the profit to star in the film.
Okay.
It was like unheard of at the time, right?
Yeah,
Because the movie did so well, he cleaned up.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
Cleaned up. Yeah. And I think I read somewhere too, they were trying to get someone else, but he wanted to star in a movie with Marlon Brando or something or other. And so they ended up with William Holden. But he did really good too. I thought all
did.
the acting was good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Especially him and the British guy. I think that was that Alec Guinness guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you know who he is?
Alec?
Guinness. Yeah.
Yeah.
Who is he?
Alec.
Alec. Okay. Alex.
Who else is he?
Think forward to about 1970-ish. A trilogy that came out.
What are you talking about, sir?
Star Wars.
He's in Star Wars.
He is Obi-Wan Kenobi. And I am shocked that you didn't pick it up, because every time he was talking, I was like, any moment now, Alex is going to go, that's Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Wow. I didn't know at all. What a great pickup by Barrett.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well done, boy. I like that.
He's also coming up in an upcoming movie we're about to watch, Lawrence of Arabia.
Man, this guy was big.
He's the main... Oh, he is huge.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
always knew Obi-Wan Kenobi from the old films was some sort of big actor.
Yeah.
But I didn't connect the dots, no.
Yeah. Anyways. I did have one other note here that didn't make any sense to the movie.
Yeah.
Like, I do a lot of research before, and I write things down half the time not knowing what they mean until we watch the movie, and then it all comes together.
Yeah.
It's always worked out. But
Sure.
this time it has not. Apparently they used elephants to help construct the bridge, and I was waiting to see elephants in the movie,
Oh,
and there weren't any. So they must have used them in the actual construction of the bridge.
yeah.
Right?
But hang on, but not really, because this is not real.
No, but they built the bridge for the movie.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah. So when they built the bridge for the movie, they must have used elephants, and the elephants would automatically take a break every 4 hours and go and lie in the water near the bridge
Just on their own accord.
on their own accord, whether the crew wanted them to or not.
Those fucking elephants, they know what's up. Good luck trying to move one of those bad boys back to work.
Yeah. All right. Well, we've killed half my facts in the first couple of minutes, so we better start on the movie. So we're going to have a couple of characters. We've spoken about the actors a little bit, but we're going to have Commander Shears. Mm-hmm. He is an American.
Yeah.
What are the Navy?
Was he a Navy guy? Yeah, he was a Navy guy. Yeah.
Yeah. We have Colonel Nicholson. Mm-hmm. He's going to be probably one of our main characters we're going to talk about. I'll probably just call him Nicholson a lot of the movie. I'm going to call Shears, Commander Shears. And then there's Colonel Sato.
Yep. The Japanese guy.
He's the Japanese guy.
The Japanese colonel, like the guy in charge.
Yeah, so we'll just call him Sato. There's another guy, Major Warden. He is like the doctor guy. Mm-hmm. But, we'll probably just refer to him as the doctor guy if we need to talk about him. All right. Opening scenes of the movie are credits over lots of grave sites, which probably pays homage to what you were talking about, the amount of people that died building this train line.
Yep.
We then come across some train tracks, and then there's a train traveling along the tracks.
Yep.
And the train comes to a stop because the track is not finished.
Mm-hmm.
They unload a whole lot of people from the train. Turns out they are British prisoners of war.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so we can already see there's like a little bit of bribery going on because we see early on Commander Shears.
Yeah,
he's bribing the Japanese guards.
Yeah,
with the lighter that he's taken from a dead body.
Yeah,
to be able to put in the sick ward.
Yeah, where they do obviously no work and can actually relax a little bit.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So. All of the British arrive. They all come marching in.
Yep.
Led by Colonel Nicholson. They're whistling.
Yep.
The whole way in. They're the traditional.
How does it go? How does the whistling go?
No, I'm not even going to try. If you've seen The Great Escape or anything like that, it's the same tune. Now you're making me want to whistle it. I'm not going to try because I'm going to get it wrong. All right. And then we see Sato. He's watching out the window.
Yep.
I'm probably going to get not murdered, but I'm going to get shot for saying his name wrong for the entire thing.
I think it was
Sato. It's Sato.
Yeah.
Well, there's a drifter called Diego Sato, so that's how I guess it's pronounced.
Yeah.
Was he
Asian?
So sorry,
was he Asian?
He's Japanese.
The drifter.
Yes. He's like
that adds up.
He's like one of the best drifters in the world.
Oh, well, bulletproof.
Yeah.
Reasoning then.
Yes. So Sato watches through the window.
Yep.
And then comes out to greet them.
Yep.
He lets them know that they're all going to be building a bridge over the River Kwai.
Yep.
All right. Colonel Nicholson quickly reminds Sato that the manual labour is against the Geneva Convention for officers.
Yeah. Basically, like he was okay for the general guys to do labour, but in the Geneva Convention, leaders and officers aren't to do that because it's not a good look, and they're supposed to be in administrative roles, and it's like a sign of respect thing, right?
Yeah.
In terms of mutual war stuff.
Yes.
And so Sato kind of like nod along and kind of walked away. Asked him if he had a copy of it, and he goes, "Yeah, I do. I can give it to you if you like." And he kind of nods along. Basically gives the indication like he's listening, but clearly you could see like Sato doesn't give a shit about whatever Geneva Convention document he has.
Yes.
But the British guy just, his hubris has just allowed him to think that, okay, this guy seems reasonable. He was telling everyone else, "Oh no, the Sato guy seems reasonable, and I'm sure we'll come to an understanding." And it's like, mate, do you know where you are?
Yeah. Exactly. All right. So we have like a meeting that evening. So you could almost be lured into a false sense of security at this point because Sato says like, "We're starting the bridge tomorrow. Rest tonight." Right. It sort of makes sense to rest the men. Like they've just walked.
You can tell he seems. And that's why they said it's not really a depiction of probably how it was, but this Sato guy clearly was somewhat reasonable.
Yes.
It was like everyone came in, there was no beatings and lashings. It was just, look, take the day off today, recover, and then you're starting work tomorrow.
Yes.
That's reasonable.
Yes. All right. So there's a meeting of all of the officers. They're having a bit of a chat. Shears is telling everyone that he's going to try and escape. He also tells us that there were a whole heap of soldiers there before.
Yeah,
they're a mixture of American and Australian soldiers.
Yeah.
And they're now all dead from various different causes of death. It was malaria and it's like exhaustion.
Some were shot.
Yeah,
Infection.
Yep. So all sorts of things. Nicholson is continuing to say that Sato is a reasonable man.
Yeah. Yep.
But Nicholson tells them there's no point trying to escape. Like, where are you going to go? Yeah. You can't get out of this place. So
Sato was saying that at the start in his speech to all the new people that are arrived.
Yes.
It's like, you'll notice there's no watchtowers, there's no barbed wire, because guess what? Where are you going to go?
Yeah.
And good luck to you. And also the guards, he will shoot you.
Yes, yeah. So we cut to the next day. Sato's out the front and he's giving orders to start building the bridge underneath a Japanese engineer.
Yeah.
He calls them prisoners, not soldiers. The Geneva Convention is brought up once again.
And pulls it out this time.
He pulls it out this time. Nicholson, that is. And Sato is not interested one bit.
He bitch slaps him with it. He goes, oh, let me see that. He just goes, pow, right in the kisser. And it was funny too, because it's just like a small little book, but he's bleeding from the nose. And all the other British soldiers are like getting ready to move. And, he says, stop. Let's calm everything down.
Yeah.
So clearly, Sato doesn't give a shit about the Geneva Convention.
Yep.
And basically says, look, get you and your officers to work or there's going to be problems.
Yeah. And then he reverses up a truck with a machine gun in the back.
Yep. And what does the British guy and the officers do?
They just stand there.
They stand there
still. All of the soldiers go off to start building the bridge as instructed. All of the officers just stand there.
Yep. They refuse. So they're holding their ground. And he said he's going to count to 3 before he lights them up.
Yep.
Gets to 2. And then the medic, I think it was American medic maybe? I don't know. The medic that's been there for a while, he runs over and tries to reason with Sato. Like, this isn't going to be good. If you do this, you're going to start a bit of conflict inside the camp,
Yeah.
And then you can see Sato kind of like processing it, and he kind of looks up to the sky. You can tell it must be bloody hot there.
Yeah.
And he goes, okay. So he goes into his little hut. It's got a little guy. I love this because this little old fella was in all the offices wherever Sato was, and is basically operating this manual fan that he can pull on this little string and lever system outside of the hut. And so his job is just to sit there all day and just pull this rope that's fanning this big fan blade thing inside to cool them off. And so he stays in there all day, and they're forced to stand there in the sun, and they're just getting cooked. Like they're struggling.
Yeah.
One guy kills over, I think he dies.
Yep.
And the rest are just holding on.
Yep.
But they make it all day. Rest of the group comes back from their shifts working on the bridge and whatnot.
Yep.
And they're still standing there.
They're still standing there, yeah. I do want to make just a quick side note. Next to the guy that's operating the fan, there's also another guy that's guarding. And there's another scene, I don't remember when it was, but there's like torrential downpour. And like the downpipe is directly above his head. And he's just standing there like perfectly like guarding the entrance.
Yeah.
And he is just getting pummeled by this downpipe with a stream of water.
Yeah, exactly. He's just coming from the roof. I don't even think it was like a proper downpipe situation. It was kind of like my house where it's just floods everywhere. But when that doesn't work, clearly, because they just hold out, then Sato chucks the colonel in a little box.
Yeah.
Little solitary confinement box. And puts the officers in another box, but keeps the colonel by himself inside this tiny little sheet metal box where basically only you can fit. And he's just got to like lay there stuck in this tiny little box.
Yeah, that's Nicholson. Colonel Nicholson. Yeah.
Colonel Nicholson, and they wedge him in there and trap him in there.
Yep.
Again, no food, no water, all the rest of it. They try to bring him some food and water and keep him going, but clearly he's, getting cooked and his spirit's breaking. I can imagine he must be melting in there.
Yeah, and all of the soldiers start singing for He's a Jolly Good Fellow.
Yeah, because he's holding the line, right?
Yeah.
And he's not budging, which is cool.
Yep.
And I think he's in there for about a month.
It's a long time.
Yeah, I think it's about a month because later on, when they're talking about the bridge, I don't want to spoil anything yet, but he says, oh, well, we lost a month because I was stuck in a box, basically.
Not at my fault.
Yeah, not my fault.
Not my fault.
Classic British attitude and wanted to rub it in.
Yeah.
And he said a month, so I think he was in there for about a month.
Yeah. So that night, Shears escapes.
Yes. few people try to escape.
Few people try to escape. Most of them die trying to escape. But Shears
They take out a couple of guards with them too, but
is running through the bush, gets shot. Well, we think he gets shot in the back, and then he goes off a cliff, and like he's running off the edge of a cliff as he's shot. And then the next scene is someone like jumping from the cliff, and they're doing like the perfect pin drop.
it was funny. It looked so staged.
But he lands in the river, and then we find out. Well, we don't know what's happened to him.
Yeah.
At that point, but he does survive.
Yeah.
Yeah. We see that a little bit later. I don't know if I wrote that down exactly when that happens.
Yep. So look, as it's going on, they're still trying to look after old mate Colonel Nicholson because he's still in that little box.
Yep.
We had a few goes at this until we worked out what had happened, but eventually, when we saw Shears had survived and he'd come out and he'd basically been walking around trying to find a way out or whatever.
Yeah.
And he sees these birds like vultures circling because you can tell he's cooked. He's in the sun. He doesn't have any water or food. We think he's about to die.
Yes.
And then he looks up and he sees this vulture swooping for him. But it was a couple seconds of clearly the most fake bird kite puppet thing you've ever seen in your life. And I was just laughing about like, go back. Like, this doesn't even remotely look like a bird. And then we do that and we both agree like that's just a terrible scene. And then we realized it was actually because he'd stumbled upon a village, a small village.
Yes. And it was actually a kite.
It was actually a kite that he, in his delusion or delirium, I should say, thought it was a
vulture,
real vulture attacking it.
Yeah.
It was actually just a kite. So no, it wasn't just a terrible scene. It was actually genuine.
Yeah, we were mocking the movie, like. But it was actually pretty good. Pretty good way to have him come across the camp.
But yeah, so he survived, and he's actually being looked after by this village. We don't really see that until later, but he gets looked after them, and he's okay.
Yeah. And meanwhile, bridge construction is falling behind. Sato is mad. Mm-hmm. He is told the men need British leadership by the medic guy. And then the medic guy is sent over to talk to Nicholson in his little hotbox about ordering the officers to work, which he flat out refuses, not having a bar of it.
Yep. And Sato's trying like other approaches to try to win over the workforce to get them working harder.
Bribery.
Yeah, through bribery. He says, everyone's got a present. And there's this big truck full of these little boxes. And I think they said it was just the...
it was the Red Cross supplies.
Yeah, the Red Cross supplies. Just standard shit they should have been getting anyway. And they got given that as a present to try and motivate them, but clearly didn't work.
And all of the soldiers are just laughing about it. They think it's hilarious.
Yeah. So there's a couple scenes now where Sato's at his wit's end. And we start to understand a little why. Basically, if he doesn't get this bridge done by the 12th of May or wherever this deadline is when this train's coming through, he's going to have to kill himself.
Yes.
Right, in Japanese style. So clearly he's motivated. So he's trying to find a way to make things work. So he has a couple of dinners, but the first dinner, he calls the colonel in from the box, brings him into the main office.
Just before that.
Oh, yeah?
Just before that, he fires the Japanese guy that's helping him, like who's in charge of bridge construction, and appoints himself to see if he can do better. And there's a few scenes earlier where when the Japanese guy's in charge, like they get a little bit of the bridge built and then it just falls over.
Every time, yeah.
And then Sato becomes in charge and they build a little bit of the bridge and it falls over as well.
Yeah. So he brings him in to talk to him over dinner.
So
basically, he's trying to bribe him, right? He's got the food, the red label whiskey.
Yeah.
He's just trying to get him on board. And to Colonel Nicholson's credit, he's not having a bar of it. He's not eating the food. He's not drinking the whiskey. He's trying to negotiate with Sato.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's when he tells him if the bridge isn't done in time that he's going to have to kill himself.
Yeah. And that's why he's being so serious about it. And Colonel Nicholson doesn't give a fuck. He's just basically saying, look, like I said, officers, etc., will not be working manual labour or administrative roles to execute these works properly as per the Geneva Convention.
Yes.
So Sato's trying to like reason with him. He's giving him little breadcrumbs. He's not taking the bait. He even says like your more senior officers and majors and above, they don't have to, but everyone else does. And again, Colonel Nicholson just not giving an inch. It's like, no.
Yeah, if you're an officer, you don't do manual labour.
Not happening.
Because in his eyes, it kind of like brought him down to the same level as all of the soldiers. And if everyone's at the same level, then there won't be any command. Yeah, and it'll just cause chaos. Yeah.
Yeah.
We cut to a scene. Shears has been looked after by the village. and he's all better. He looks like he's having a grand old time. He gets like a lei put around his neck.
He does. But they didn't really explain this. It's a very short scene, but he's trying to get back home, right?
Yeah.
So he hops in this little boat, and on he goes. And it wasn't only until a little bit later, there's only one other scene in between that, where he's on the boat, he's run out of water, you can see that the sun's killing him, he's on this little boat trying to get back home.
Yeah.
And he's by himself as well. And he starts drinking the fucking lake water, and it fucks him up pretty quickly.
Yeah.
Thinking, that's a bad idea, mate.
Yeah.
And then he's just kind of like, holding his stomach over this boat as it's drifting away into the ocean.
It was a weird place to put that scene.
Yeah, and also, like, we don't find out till later.
Nothing.
But he makes it back.
Yeah.
Right? He makes it back, which is just wild, but he makes it back. But before we get to that, what we find next, he's had now 2 dinners, I think, with the Colonel.
Yes.
To cut long story short, gives in because he knows he needs them.
Yeah.
He says, okay, the officers and that will do administrative roles. Please help me build this friggin' bridge, right?
Yeah. So Nicholson is in command.
Yes. He's in command, and his goal is now to build this bridge.
So, he goes down to have a look at the bridge to see the progress and work out what the plan's going to be. They come up with a really good plan of how they're going to get the platoon back on track, how they're going to build the bridge. The bridge is actually built in the wrong spot. The sand's too soft where it's been built.
That's why it keeps falling over.
They've built bridges before, so they go into a planning meeting. Where they basically just explain everything they're going to do to Sato, and he is just broken.
He's just cooked, like, with all the talk of what needs to happen, and he's just saying yes to everything, because clearly, and this comes out a little bit later, but Colonel Nicholson's decided, okay, well, if we're going to build this bridge, we're going to build it properly, because it's going to be good for morale. It's going to be, if we're going to do something, we're going to show them how we do it and how we do it properly.
Yes.
It became like a pride thing, right?
Yes.
And so when he gets all his officers together and he's running through this with Sato, he's like, this is all the things we're going to do and why. Here's all the information, because they're still trying to be respectful, given that they're prisoners. And Sato needs to okay everything, so he's doing that well enough, even though he's being a smug, cocky asshole too. But Sato's just rolling with it because he knows his life's on the line, right? So he just agrees to everything. They agreed to move the bridge to it further downstream where it's going to be in a more stable location. And after all that, Sato just has only one question. It's that, is it going to be built in time for the 12th of May, whatever date they had? And he goes, that's when he said, well, probably not, but if we had that month back when I wasn't locked in a box, we would have.
Really puts it back on him.
And just says, we'll give it our best shot.
And it's even to the point where Nicholson says, we need your soldiers. So he takes command of some Japanese soldiers that are working on this project as well, and they're now going to answer to him as well. He's overseeing the whole thing.
He is, and there's Japanese workers, there's workers everywhere.
We cut back to a scene where Shears has made it to safety. So last time we spoke about him, he was floating in a boat holding his stomach. Don't know what's happened. Nothing's explained. He's just sitting on a beach drinking martinis.
Or how his canoe somehow ended up back in this like commando training camp in Burma somewhere.
Anyways, he's asked to meet with some British officers. He's about to go back to the US. I think it's like the day after next, but he's like, tomorrow, can you come and visit the British officers?
He's also canoodling with one of like the lead nurses too.
They want Shears to help. They've got a plan essentially to head into the jungle and blow up a bridge. So they start off by asking him. He politely declines. They then tell him that they know who he really is, which you don't know until this point, that he's been lying, but he's not actually a colonel. He's
lied about his rank. He was like a private or something. He was a nobody, right? But when he got there, he, faked all that, and so they're saying now it's a bit of a stolen valor, situation.
So they're like, we know who you are, and the US don't care about you anymore because you've done all this bad shit.
For us to take you.
So you're ours.
Clearly he doesn't want to go back, but now he has no choice. Right?
So he's quite quickly voluntold that he's going back.
Because they want to blow up the bridge. That's the plan.
We cut back to the bridge, and the construction is going well. And Sato is in shock. There's a few scenes where he's just walking around looking completely confused. But the bridge is coming along really nicely. We then cut back to Shears, and he's setting up a team to go and blow up the bridge. They interview this guy, and he is like really excited to go, and like Shears is like, well, if he's so excited to go, he can just have my spot, kind of thing. And he's like,
He's really trying to get out of it.
oh, and then they're like, oh, you're gonna have to parachute in. He goes, I've never parachuted before, and they're like, that's all right, we'll give you training. And then they go and talk to the people that are going to do the parachute training, and like during the training, there's a risk that he could hurt himself. So the best odds are just to throw him out of the plane with no training. That's his best odds of not injuring himself because they don't have time to train him properly.
Perfect.
So yeah, that's what they do. They throw him out of a plane.
Yep, they parachute out, and three out of 4 make it.
Yeah, so 4 people jump out of the plane, and 1 is killed.
Yeah.
Lands in a tree. It turns out that the Japanese have moved around a bit, and they can't go back the way that he escaped. So now they have to go through the heavy jungle.
And he's even making points like, now I'm completely useless to you because I wasn't here either.
Yes.
And the main guy in charge is like, don't care. You're coming with us.
You're coming with us, yeah. We cut back to the bridge again. So we're jumping backwards and forwards a bit. You can sort of see the 2 halves of the story starting to line up. At this point, it's seeming like Shears's plot is actually starting to go somewhere. It's not just him drinking margaritas or whatever he was drinking, martinis on the beach. So we cut back to the bridge. Nicholson is slightly behind schedule. So he goes and rounds up everyone in hospital.
Yeah, all the people that, are completely cooked.
Yeah. Gets told that they're going to pass nails, paint things, just
Touch-ups, yeah.
touch-ups, all that sort of... I don't know what the painting had to do with anything. The bridge wasn't painted.
Yeah, they kept saying painting. Nothing was fucking painted.
Yeah. And why would you paint the bridge? It's a war.
Maybe he's like a big believer in DEI and wanted the rainbow colours. You never know.
Right. All right. What have we got? All right, so we cut back to Shears. They're marching through the jungle. There's 3 of them and about 12 women. So there's no men left in the village because they're all being put to work building the railway, but all the women are still in the village.
Yeah.
So the women are helping the 3 military people get to their objective, which is to blow up the bridge.
Yeah, so they're carrying all the stuff, basically.
Yeah, they're doing all of the work. They are the heroes of this movie.
Yeah, they're also like, eye-goggling the, white man hard. There was a lot of weird sexual tension stuff happening for the rest of the movie between these guys and these Burmese women carrying all the luggage.
Yeah.
It was odd, but anyway. So they're working their way through the jungle, and there's this one scene then when they're, making good progress, and they are hopping in like a big, what do you call it? They're showering basically in like a little waterfall area, where it's a couple,
like a pool.
Yeah, like a pool, basically. Yeah. So, they're showering and all that. They're having a grand old time. And then a little small squad of Japanese soldiers rocks up.
Yes.
And so the guys are up top. All the girls are down in this little bottom area, pool area, so they haven't seen them. They see the Japanese soldiers.
Yes.
Old mate throws a grenade, and they shoot them all up.
Yeah.
Except one guy tries to run away, one of the Japanese boyos.
Yeah. When these explosions are going off, approximately 3 birds take off.
Oh, I counted 4, but could have been 3.
Yeah. About 3,000 birds took off. And there is about 30 seconds of footage of all of these birds taking off. And I'm like, they're foreshadowing, like, all of these birds taking off will be like a signal of where they are. Nope. Just leads to nothing.
4,000 birds.
Yep. Just 30 seconds of birds flying.
So she stays to make sure the guys they shot were dead.
Yep.
And the young fella and the leader of the group, can't remember his name, who cares? They run into the jungle to chase down this Japanese guy that got away.
Yes.
The young guy actually runs into him, but kind of freezes in the moment. And you can see the Japanese guy's also a young guy, and he just sort of freezes. And then the experienced leader, he just comes in there with a big fucking Bowie knife, stabs him straight in the chest, kills him. But I think something happened and he bung his foot there.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he hurt his foot during the stabbing.
He hurt his foot during that little altercation, and it meant he was kind of hobbling on for the rest of the journey. We didn't think he was going to make it, but they, they carry on after this, and they end up having to, carry him on a stretcher the rest of the way. After
the girls
leave him.
have to carry him on the stretcher.
These girls are troopers.
Yeah, the heroes.
Yeah.
No man left behind, I wrote down.
Yeah, exactly. So they do eventually get to like a staging area. They see the bridge. They finally make it.
Yeah, so they need to get to the bridge by a certain time, which is the bridge is supposed to be opening on the 12th. They need to get there by the evening of the 11th. because on the 12th there's a train going over, and because it's to celebrate the opening of the new railway, there's going to be some important people on the train.
Yep.
They get this via a decoded message.
Yes.
So they basically have to set up all the charges, wait for the train to go over the bridge, and then, they call it good hunting, where they'll break the bridge and kill a whole heap of important Japanese people is what they're trying to do. So they arrive at the bridge. They plan out their attack.
Yep.
We get some scenes of the bridge, and it looks great.
Yeah.
Captain Nicholson, whatever it is, Nicholson, he's walking up and down it, like he's so proud. Sato's there, and he's just in disbelief that it's actually done.
Because he has already pressed up his ladder. He's got his knife ready. He's ready to take himself out.
Yeah.
Because he still doesn't believe it's going to work, right?
Yeah. So Nicholson actually starts talking at that point about his life.
Yep.
And how his whole life's been in the military. And it really got me thinking, and I even made a comment to you in the movie, that there were people that were older by the end of World War II, and that meant they'd seen World War One and World War II, and that had been their whole life.
Yep.
Like, often we look at like World War II and we see a whole lot of young people going to war, and then, the ones that were fortunate enough to make it back had to continue their lives.
Yep.
So it was just interesting to look at that perspective, that some people had served both, and that was their whole life.
Yeah, crazy. We're talking about it as well. I know there's a guy, even if it's just one guy, there's a guy there that survived both world wars somehow, by some miracle.
Yeah.
And then on his way home, was going through bloody Manchester, England to go back home finally, got bitten by a bee, stung by a bee, I should say, had an allergic reaction and just died on the train home. I can just see that happening.
Yeah,
right?
It'd be so unfortunate. Hit by a bus,
Yep. Yeah, just some terrible luck. Like, you got through 2 world wars and something stupid takes you out. Guaranteed.
Yeah,
that'd be me.
a cow.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
Anyways, so all of the soldiers, they're having a night to celebrate. They've got a show. They're all performing on stage.
Celebrating because they got the bridge done.
Yep. Meanwhile, the other crew, Shears's crew, they're planting explosives all around the base of the bridge.
Yeah.
They're ducking.
Pretty cool scene too, because they've got this raft of the explosives and things that they're carrying, and they're trying to be quiet to sneak under the bridge, right?
Yeah.
And they go through those rapid areas where it's, up and down, up and down. It's like a rapid, right?
Yeah.
And you can tell that they're actually doing it. Like, all these scenes here, these actors are actually doing it.
Yes.
I also read somewhere, that was my last fact, and I think it was William Holden. He almost drowned because in one of these scenes, the rapids took him off.
Yeah, I read that as well.
You can see, like, in these scenes, they're actually doing this. And it looks pretty wild because there's all these, up and down stages of the rapids, and they're just holding on this raft for dear life to get there. And they just did it.
Yeah, one of the other actors had to save him. I think I read, so anyways, they're ducking under the water.
Yep.
They're trying to put the explosives down underwater, probably to hide them, I presume.
Yes.
They're dealing with this new plastic explosive that they talk about this earlier in the movie. We didn't comment on it.
That it's waterproof, that you can just obviously do what they're doing with the bridge.
Yeah.
Right?
So they wrap it around all the uprights of the bridge, and then they run a cable off, all hidden under the water, all good. And then we wait.
Yes.
We wait for sunrise.
Yep. And so they have a little snooze.
Yep.
And then they wake up. And then as soon as they wake up, something becomes very clear.
Yeah.
What's that, Barrett?
It's a tidal river.
Yes, yeah, the water level has dropped massively.
Yeah.
And so the guy's waiting there with the plunger on the other side of the river. He's now no longer submerged at all. And he's just basically there on the shore. There's like sand all around him now.
Yeah.
But also because it's dropped, there's a few key areas where if you're looking under the bridge, you can see the cabling and the charges.
Yeah.
And if you look along the river, you can see the cable popping up over some wood bits.
Yep.
That's not submerged anymore. And so if you're looking for it, or if you pay attention, you'll see this bridge is rigged to explode.
Yes.
Yeah.
So we can hear the train is coming.
Yep.
All of the soldiers, they're finished building the bridge. They're off to start their next construction project. So they're going to go off and build another bridge somewhere else further down the line. So they all take off marching. They all march across the bridge that's rigged with the explosives.
Yep.
So it kind of like stops them being able to do anything because all the soldiers are on the bridge. So then they all leave the bridge. There's only Sato and Nicholson and then a handful of Japanese guards left there waiting for the train.
Yep.
The medic guy, he's like, I don't know, somehow has intuition. Is that the word?
Yeah, some kind of intuition where it's like, I'm not going to go on the bridge today.
And he's like, goes and sits up to watch, like, up out of the way. Because he doesn't agree with Nicholson building the bridge. He's been against it the whole time.
Yeah, not in terms of the quality.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. He's built a proper bridge.
Yeah.
Right? And Nicholson's walking backwards and forwards on the bridge. He's so proud of it. And then I'm sort of looking at Alex and I'm like, well, like what's obviously going to happen is he's going to look over the side, see the explosives, and then he's going to realize he can't do anything because otherwise he's going to raise the alarm.
Just die on the bridge.
And then he's going to die on the bridge.
Yeah.
And I was very wrong.
Yeah. This fucking guy. Yeah. His own, again, hubris got in the way and he sees what's going on, grabs Sato. Something's not right here, and so they hop off the bridge and go down to under the bridge.
Yeah.
And I guess because plastic explosives and that was still all new, he can see that it's rigged up, but he's not able to really work out what's happening.
Yeah.
And so he's looking for this cable. He's walking along, getting just closer and closer to the guy that's next to the plunger.
Yeah.
He's pulled up the cable, he's pulling the cable up, which is leading him straight to the guy with the plunger.
Yeah.
It's going down, and he's like worked out, okay, something's happening here.
And the guy with the plunger's getting panicky. You see him loading up his rifle. He lifts, like, the old TNT plunger where you've got to, like, push the thing down. He lifts that up, ready to go. Like, he's
ready to go.
He's ready to go, but he's waiting for that train because that's what they've been told to do.
And the other guys are on the opposite side of the river. The other guys are trying to blow up this bridge. They're like, man, just blow it up now. Fuck it. Just blow it up. Don't worry about the train. But this guy, he wants to take both out.
Yeah.
And so they get super close, and Sato turns around, and the guy next to the plunger, the young guy, he runs up, has all the confidence in the world now, probably after that altercation he had with the younger Jap guy, stabs Sato in the back, kills him, and then he's trying to then talk to Colonel Nicholson saying, British command, we're here to blow up the bridge, we're here to blow up the bridge. And you can just see Nicholson just having like a mind fit. He's like, well, what do you mean? Don't blow up my bridge.
I've just built this bridge. It's a masterpiece. It's going to stand for 600 years. He's proud of it.
Yeah, so he grabs that guy and he's like yelling out, alerts everyone, all the Japanese people on the bridge, and the soldiers are starting to run down now. He's grabbed this kid so he can't pull the plunger.
Yeah.
And we're thinking, oh, what's he doing?
So he's like completely turned. He's like almost on the Japanese side now. And then like the kid gets shot. Like I just wrote down everyone died. Like everyone that was on the ground level is like a part of that assault.
Yeah, old mate's throwing mortars over, trying to give him time. It's just a mess. He's jumped from the other side of the river back into the water, try and make sure that the plunger's hit.
He's trying to get to the plunger. He gets shot.
So the guy that Nicholson was grappling, the young kid, he gets shot. He's dead. He's now getting up, still trying to work out what the hell's going on. Shears makes it most of the way over, but he's now shot and he's dying.
Yeah.
Nicholson sees who it is, thinks, holy crap, it's you. You were here. Has a brief moment of realization where he's like, what am I doing? We need to blow up this bridge, right? And so he's also been hit close by a mortar.
Yes.
And he kind of gets up again, but he's completely dazed. He's buggered from the blast, right?
Yeah,
and
he's moments from death.
He is. And so he's hobbling over. He's completely cooked, lands on the plunger.
Falls and lands on it.
Yep.
Right as the train enters the bridge.
Yep.
Right. The bridge explodes and the train crashes.
Yep. So the bridge and the train, gone. Mission accomplished.
And then, I'm going to circle back because I got some points to talk about. But then, rolling credits. We've finally seen them. Right, I've got fact 4 and 5 to go over, and I hope you find these funny because I found them pretty humorous.
Hit me.
All right, so it's all about the bridge explosion.
Yep.
So, on the first take of the final scene, so when they're filming it, they're trying to take it. The train's coming.
Yep.
Right? One of the cameramen couldn't get out of the way in time, so they had to abort the explosion, right? The train went over the bridge, and obviously there was no continuation of the track because it was a movie set. So the train crashed into a generator, right, and did all this damage. So then they had to fix it all overnight, ready to do the shoot again in the next day, right? So it was an absolute disaster.
Perfect.
The next day, they got everything. They got the train fixed. They got everything set back up. They had 1,000 pounds of dynamite on that bridge for that explosion. It's $250,000 of dynamite. All right. The next time, filmed it, went off without a hitch, right? Got it. After filming the bridge explosion, they took the footage out of the camera and put it in like those aluminium cases that they carry the film around in, right? And lost it on the way back to America.
Why do they keep losing this stuff?
Right? It took them 2 weeks to find it. Like it was missing for 2 weeks, and it was found sitting on a runway, like tarmac of an airport in Cairo.
How?
Right?
How?
It sat out in the sun in the heat for 2 weeks. and the footage was not damaged. They have no idea how it survived.
How?
How wild is that? This movie almost didn't happen.
Oh my god, that is wild. That is cool. I like them.
Yeah.
Oh, but Barrett, how did you find the movie?
Look, I was really, really enjoying it.
Yeah,
The end was incredibly frustrating.
it was a bit frustrating,
I
wasn't it?
don't like the fact that it was all left down to chance. That
Yeah.
the guy fell. Like, I think it would have had more meaning if Shears had of like, you know, just like staggered the last little, and his last like bit of breath was to set off the.
That would have been cool. Yeah,
Yeah,
you're right.
something
If he
like
dragged
that.
himself over. I mean, don't get me wrong. I think Colonel Nicholson, I was saying that he just fell on it. Well, you could see he's piecing together what's going on, and he's flipped back. And I think he's tried to go and jump for it, and he's just lucked out and landed on it. That's how I would interpret
or have him finally realize at the last second, no, I
Yeah.
need to do this, and in his dying breath, press the thing,
and I
not
think
just fall on it.
I know. I think that's what they meant, but he kind of just fell on it, didn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think that's cop out. I think that ruined. So there was two things that upset me about this movie. It's about 20 minutes, 30 minutes too long.
Yeah, it's a bit long. Yeah.
Yeah. Some of the side stuff, like we took an hour to get through Nicholson being in the hot box. Like,
Yeah, and the other thing too, like how many scenes were there where the girls that were carrying all the luggage and all that, there was all just these sexual tension scenes with them just staring at these white men.
Yeah.
There was like 30 of them. Like cut half of them out, you save yourself 5 or 6 minutes. You know?
yeah, I reckon, and you could have trimmed some out of the hot box, trimmed some out of that.
This could have been a tight 2 hours for sure.
Yeah, and it would have been action packed,
Yeah.
right? And just a little bit of a better ending, and it would be like a 4.5.
Yeah.
But it's not.
It's not, but it was a good movie. All the acting I thought was really good.
Yes.
I thought there was a lot of authenticity with the way that they filmed the scenes. Clearly, all these actors were doing things actually, and it was all, you know, it wasn't actually in where they said it happened. I think they filmed in Sri Lanka or something. Yes. But you could see that, you know, like on set though, they're in that area. It looks pretty realistic. The scenes are pretty cool. The bridge blowing up, all that was done really well. You know, I almost lost the footage. Production value wise, everything was really good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought it was a decent movie.
Yeah.
Yeah. But Barrett. How many Barretts out of Barrett?
It got knocked down at the last minute. It's a 3.5.
Barrett, I wrote down at the start, as always, 3.5.
Yeah.
Yep. It's
It
a
was
3.5
it was
movie.
going to be a 4.
It's a 3.6 Rockton.
Not great, not terrible.
Yeah.
All right. Beer.
Oh. I don't want to alarm you, but I think, because after this, I've just got to go and do a couple errands, and I think I might stop at Mayan in hope that I find this beer again, because it's sensational.
How do we get sponsored by Freestyle?
Yeah, not a sponsor, but could be.
Could be.
And I love my Reds, and this is very good. Very good. It was very good. I would say for me, this is a 4.5.
Yeah. Freestyle, if you're listening.
Oh, wait, this is out of 10 though, isn't it?
It's out of 10, yeah.
Sorry, so I would give it a 9.
This is a 9.
Yeah, I really like that.
I think it's an 8 for me. I'm not as much of a red ale person as you.
When I want, like, I love Reds for sure, but what I like in a good red is when they're just like a caramel biscuity bomb, right?
That's what this is.
And
If
that's
you
what
love
this
a red
is.
ale, this is going to be like a 10 for you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. And I really hope one of these breweries contacts us one day. They can reach out via email if they'd like.
Absolutely.
And we'd come and record
Yeah.
at your venue.
We can.
Yeah.
All you have to do is just keep feeding us beers.
That's a recipe for disaster.
What a recipe for a magical evening.
It's a recipe to get cancelled.
Hey, 30 episodes down, not cancelled yet.
You know
I've
what?
tried my best.
3 more episodes and we're a third of the way.
Wow. That's
Ish.
wild. I'm just really looking forward to like, the 70s onwards. It's really where it's going to light up because we're talking about relatable, recent enough movies where people will know the references.
Yeah.
We're getting close.
So we've got to get through the rest of the movies before 2027 to have the 100.
Yeah. Can you imagine episode 100?
We'll be able to build our own.
Can we have your wife just come on as a special guest just to acknowledge that
I
was right?
asked her to come on for an episode because she's really excited about the 1960 movie, The Apartment. I think maybe it's 60 or a little bit later. I think
Is
it's
she?
about, yeah.
Why?
She wants to watch the movie with us, and I said, "Well, watch it and come on as a special guest."
Why don't you want to watch it?
I don't know, is on her like movies she wants to watch. She got a list of things she wants to watch at some point.
Oh, there you go.
And it's on there. And I was like, oh, that's one of the best picture winners when she showed me the list. And I was like, watch it with us and come on the podcast.
You can.
No.
Huh.
Yeah.
No, we do have like a lot of people obviously interested in becoming guests on our podcast. And
Yeah.
we just have to have like a lottery system or something.
Yeah. We're also being overcome with fans. Oh! I'm sorry. I'm dragging this out now. We're going to hit an hour because I've got something else to tell you.
That's all right.
We almost wound this up. You were so close.
We're so close.
Do you remember? I'm going to say it was about 4 episodes ago. It took me a while to notice.
Yeah.
We said on the podcast, or you said on the podcast, that I dogged the boys by not taking you to Adelaide with me.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
And then you said, let us know what you think. One person let us know what they think.
What did they think?
On YouTube.
Did they? Like
Yeah.
someone we know or random?
Nope, just a complete random person. Listened that far into it.
Brilliant.
And then had something to say. And they said, take your wife.
Unreal.
Yeah.
Oh, that's great.
All right.
We're blowing up.
On that bombshell.
Barrett, good to have you. Good to have you here again on the Alex podcast. And no, look, another good movie. It was a reasonable watch in color. We've probably forgot to mention that. Technicolor.
Yep.
Good watch. 3.5 stars from the both of us. Would recommend. Good movie. And we'll see you next time.
Yeah.
Dum, 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 dum.